Okay, y'all. So Papa is official, y'all. He is the assistant pastor at the mega church. Hallelujah. What is up, y'all? It is your girl EJ back with another quick thoughts over the Shy. And y'all, we are on episode 12 of the Shy entitled City of Gold. These are my quick thoughts about what went down this week. Now, first and foremost, we got to talk about one of the biggest moments, in my opinion, is that we all knew that this would circle back. We all knew that somehow, some way, that horrendous thing that happened to Keisha would somehow find its way back. And here we go. Her son possibly has some sort of illness and it traces back genetically, and she has no information on the family. But good thing we got our good girl Fatima out here, who is going to possibly be able to find some connections, use her connections to possibly find out some information and see if we can get some help, because we don't need little Ronnie out here being sick. Like we gotta figure out what this is. So anyway, y'all, that was one big moment. Another big moment is that your boy Emmett finally stepped to Alicia and was like, look, I'd rather be under your thumb than his. And I'm like, Emmett, why you want to be under anybody's thumb? And she literally says the same thing. But I do get it, y'all. Like, he basically saying he'll choose this devil over that devil. So there's that. But what y'all think about Emmett and his whole concept that he's basically just trying to get them to take each other out so that he could just be the long man standing? Like, he just don't want to be involved in it anyway. If I can get Alicia to take Duda out, then all my problems are solved. But he still has the problem of Alicia is the biggest thing to me. Like, you still have that problem, bruh. Now, let's go ahead and talk about your boy Shad for a minute, because Shad is just doing the absolute most. I am telling you right now that this is going to come back to bite Shad in the behind somehow, some way. When Shad tells, Victor that, hey, he basically told him to mind his doggone business and that he a grown man and he gonna do what he want to do. And I'm just like, I'm ad-libbing, y'all, but that's what it felt like Shad said. And I'm just like, this is not going to end well for you. And you know it. Like, literally, that you just got out. And now you're putting yourself in all types of situations. Yeah, I get it. It looks like a fancy title, head of security, and all this stuff. But you know what it is. Like, he knows that there is something more going on here. And it gotta be illegal. You need to tell me how, like, if I'm gonna be the head of security, I need to know, how do you make your money? Like, I need to know how legit your money making is, because I don't believe it's legit. Like, real talk. But we gonna see. We gonna let this one play out, y'all. And then, of course, we have the talk with Brittany and Bakari. We find out, well, let's go back for a second, because first of all, Duda stepped to Brittany and was like, look, why I pay you this money and you aren't actually doing anything? And I think the ladies and I talked about this whole journal thing coming to bite Bakari back in the behind. And here we go. Brittany goes and tells Duda about the doggone journals. Why is it that nobody can be loyal? Like, why is that? Like, okay, yeah, I'm getting upset. Anyway, she goes back and she talks about this, and I'm just like, at the end of the day, this is still your brother. Like, this is your brother, the person that you allegedly, supposedly took care of, y'all. And then you left him, clearly, because they talk about that as well. They have a whole conversation. So I don't know, y'all. I still think that Bakari is going to be on the chopping block. And, I'm also on the fence with the fact that it might also be Darnell, because, like we talked about in the live, it could be either one of them. And right now, I don't know, y'all. I don't really want to lose either one of them. I like both of these characters. So anyway, y'all, moving on. So let's talk about another big moment that happened, because we all knew that it was finally going to happen, that our boy Victor, aka Trigg, was going to get arrested somehow, some way. But before he got arrested, he managed to make everybody upset, because, Victor ran on the promise of being for the people. But once he got into politics, he saw what politics really was all about, that politics was about rubbing elbows, and that politics was about, you do a favor for me and I do a favor for you. Politics is not what he thought it was. It isn't all straight laced. And sometimes people on the outside looking in don't get that. They just see this one thing. Oh, you said this, but now you're backing a policy for this. But in order for him to get this done, because he needed to get the money, he's going to end up getting a large donation for God, what's the name of the house? The house that they the foundation. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't think of it right now. But in order to get that large donation that it so desperately needs, the foundation, the charity, he had to he had to do what he had to do. And he had to vote with them. And so that is what it is. I get it. I really do. I get that, he said this, but now he has to do this. It just is what it is. And I just feel like people are going to they not gonna get it regardless, no matter what. But anyway, your boy ends up getting arrested because we knew this time was finally coming. Now, what's even funnier is that Duda is still pulling the strings around everybody because he pulled the strings when it came down to this whole situation with the weed permit. He goes right to Trigg and it's like, look, I need this to happen. It's like Duda has everybody right where he wants them to a certain extent. And I'm just waiting for this moment where Alicia is finally going to give him some pushback because Duda is just out here running amok, y'all. And speaking of somebody running amok, your girl Tiff was completely out of line. I get that she wanted to hit Duda where it hurt, but girl, like you're actually hurting yourself as well because I agreed with everything that Bianca said. Everything that Bianca said was absolutely right, about the women in that room and about how they help each other and lean on each other. And what she did was completely out of line. So, but at least she got that little smirk on her face from seeing Duda's face, from seeing him hurt, because he really do feel like Bianca is there for him. Duda really do need a friend when it's all said and done. And right now he feels like she is his friend. Now, we all know that she also has some dealings with Alicia and that she's supposed to be trying to find a weak spot. I get all of that, but Tiff don't know any of that. And at the end of the day, she just should have kept her mouth closed and did what she did. So, you know, hopefully Bianca will see that she was just, that she didn't mean it in a malicious way to hurt her, that she was just trying to hurt Duda per se. And maybe, they can move forward with their business relationship and keep it pushing and maybe even find a common ground and maybe, build some sort of trust. I don't know. We shall see. Hey, y'all, those are some of the biggest things that stood out to me. Do not forget to join us on Monday as we have a full discussion over this entire episode, myself along with the ladies, probably do some predictions and all that good stuff, y'all. Meanwhile, if you like the video, make sure to go ahead and like the video, share the video with somebody, guys. And please, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace. I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop work is life when it's complex. I found love when it's centered.